last exercise, exercise number 8. Let's start first doing it. So as we did in the movement, we did this movement, right? Before. We went on the heels and then on the toes in our warm-up. Yeah, so we will be doing something similar here, but we will not be going to the heels. So we will be going to the toes, but stay seated and relaxed. And then we will be landing down. Just one word of caution, because we are recording, I'll say it anyway. Women who are pregnant should avoid doing this exercise. Or if they insist, at least avoid the landing. So if they do want to do, just relax, very, very soft. No landing at all. Should be avoided. Okay, let's do together. Coming up to the toes, and then relaxing. And again. Remember what we spoke? We come up, simultaneously we relax down. We sit in the hips, and then we relax. Very good. Okay, we will do it again, but first let's speak about it a bit and try to understand this exercise. So the name of the exercise is 7 deficiencies and 100 illnesses disappear and are left behind. So this is actually a relaxation and loosening exercise. So we did all of our previous exercises, and now we want to relax and loosen. We want to loosen and relax the area of the pelvis, the tailbone, the sacrum, and the kidneys. Now, several important points about the landing. The landing should be felt, okay? We should feel the lower back and kidneys. However, it should feel like a shock absorber, like you are on a shock absorber. So it should not feel rigid at all. We want the muscles to relax and tendons, ligaments, and fluids of the body to create this like shock absorber feeling. Now, we say that in this exercise we want to relax the kidneys, and you probably remember from previous lessons we spoke, kidneys is related to Jing. Remember, first, one of the 3 treasures of Chinese medicine is Jing. 3 of them is Jing, Qi, and Shen. So we want to feel the kidneys, right? So this connects us to Jing, to the body fluids. Now the exercise also creates a connection between the Qi which moves up to Qi which moves down. And now we also need to speak here, which is very important in this exercise, about cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid carries glucose and oxygen from the blood to the brain cells. It washes the central nervous system and allows, actually, the effect which we feel is Qi washing the brain. This fluid also preserves the brain, and it has the quality of moving like tides. Now, let's speak a bit about the Qi. Qi is the activating force of this tidal quality. In this exercise, by relaxing and correctly landing, we allow the Qi and therefore the cerebrospinal fluid as well, to do its work and properly nourish the brain, both physically and energetically. And when we speak about brain, then we now speak about Shen, the spirit. And this activating force is expressed in Shen, actually in postnatal qualities of the Shen. And I refer you to one of the previous lessons, probably previous lesson, when we spoke about this. Now, if qi is not flowing properly, then the vitality of this fluid fades. It becomes kind of tired and does not perform its work properly. And this affects the nervous system, it affects the brain, and therefore affecting the whole body, creating what is called in the name of this exercise as deficiencies and illnesses. So we relax, we loosen, and from this relaxation, we allow the fluids to perform the work. And look, we spoke about Jing, right, kidneys, about qi, which creates this tidal activity, which moves up and moves down, which enables this washing of the brain, and we spoke about Shen. So very beautifully, this exercise creates a connection and unity between the three, Jing, qi, and Shen, which are inseparable. Now, aspects of movement, how we move in this exercise. So we want to feel, when we go up, we want to feel extension and lengthening up. So we want to feel pulling from the perineum. Remember we spoke about perineum, the lower between the anus and vagina in women and between anus and testicles in men. There is a point where both meridians, governor vessel and conception vessel, meet. Yeah, and this point is perineum. We want to feel a pulling from the perineum. Now this pulling is not force. It's more intention. And with some practice, and as you go into more subtle feeling, you will feel that it actually, as you send intention, it immediately pulls from the perineum. And this pull, we want to feel the connection between this pull to bubbling well of the feet. Remember I spoke about bubbling well in the feet? The point in the feet? So this pull is connected straight to the bubbling well. And it allows as well connection to the crown of the head, a very important point, by Hui, here at the crown of the head. So what we want is actually this connection, feeling of this connection between the bubbling well, perineum, and the crown of the head. When we go up, right? This is why I say to you also stay seated. Because when you stay seated, your abdomen is relaxed, your hips hold your body, right? And then as you pull from the perineum, it can create this movement up and arrive to Bai Hui, to the crown of the head. Now, when we go down, we want the landing to be muscle to be relaxed. Yeah, we want, remember I said in the beginning, we want the tendons and ligaments and the fluids of the body to create a shock absorber effect and create elasticity and fluids movement. This is what we want, elasticity and fluids movement. And again, this should not be rigid. So you should not feel any rigidity in the neck or in the in the teeth or something like that. So please watch this. Okay, this is probably what I had to tell about this exercise. And let's do it a couple of times more. And you can try to apply now what we spoke about. All right. Stay seated, relax. Bring the awareness into yourself, into this very moment. And then come up on the toes. Yeah. Now, pulling slightly as you come up from the perineum and feeling the bubbling well as well, like taking the ground a bit. And also remember about the crown of the head. So as you come up, extension up, lengthening. What you can also do as you come up, you can shake a bit without landing, but stay seated. And then you can land. Let's try a couple of times. Land. So this shaking even allows you to let go even more of your muscles and to sit better. And again, remember, no rigidity. Don't feel rigidity. Yeah, avoid this. Yeah, elasticity and like a shock absorber. Okay. Let's collect.